It was a whole new perspective. Like about 4 months after Allende was installed in the government, I was asked if I can take charge of this position as a provincial manager. In the capital city where I was based before, we have an employees association, which was the only labor organization we could have. And I was a member of it. When I was transferred in my capacity of a manager, I got there and I asked the guy in charge of the accounting department, say, listen, I want you to continue taking my union fees out of my salary and send it to the central offices. And because I want to keep participating on it, doesn't mean that because I'm the manager, I won't be involved. But I would like to find out how many of the employees here in the branch, in the provincial branch, are involved in it. It was about 2 more. And I say, well, do you know that in a couple of months it will be elections for this labor organization that we have? And it will be interesting that you guys participate. And all you have to do is just register yourself and start paying. So I organized all the employees that I was the manager of to be a member of this association that we have. That was the way things were happening, you know. The boss telling you to be a member of the union. It's like, what? If I can say something without being critical, maybe because I'm older now, it's more like being a little bit cynical, I will say what happened in Chile could happen anywhere at any time. In Canada, sometimes we forgot and we don't know how lucky we are. Freedom is a very fragile thing. It's a flower, very delicate. You have to really take care of it. There are times when terrible things happen, like September the 11th, 2001. And now we're getting restrictions on how do we move, how do we travel, how did they keep our identifications, who we are, and things like that. Because it's this big monster, sinister, you know, in the dark, lurking there to come over us. So we have to take measures, to take precaution, be safe. And safety become a magic word that allows you to, or the authority to do anything. And we should say, no, we still have rights, basic rights, human rights. And that should be the main thing. Even if I am a criminal, the worst criminal, I do have rights. I have to have my day in court. But nowadays, that's not happening. But it is easier, it is better for someone who came from a country, a third world country, to a country like Canada. You're moving up. No matter what, you're moving up in any sense. And that's make it easier for you to live. You know, it's not so hard to make a living in a country like this. Even if you're not in your own field, you still can make a living, you still can put the bacon on the table, you know. Maybe not bacon because it's not good for your cholesterol, but anyhow, what I'm trying to say is we need to open the ways of training. Maybe we can offer a better training in the language, essentially. Because I was denied courses in English because these immigration people who were dealing with my case so that I speak too much English already, so I don't need to. My wife have to go to certain courses on her own, evening courses. I went on my own to the Department of Station at the university to take the TOEFL courses. And I have the lack that I was learned enough to be working in my profession for many years. And one day I decided to, when the company closed, I make some 300 applications during a year. and I couldn't find a job in my level. That was the other problem, because I tried to get a starting level position in computer, like simple programming and things like that, and they say, no, you overqualify. Okay, so I overqualified, but how do I compete with the middle management position when I coming out from the street? I have to compete with other people in the company who were there already, so it's hard. So I went to NATE, took a course in boilers, and then I applied for a job at the Edmonton Public Schools, and I got a job as a custodian, and then later on I was taking courses, learning more, getting educated myself, because I say, no matter what job you do, you have to try to be the best. Try to do a good job, and I'm very proud of what I'm doing, and I'm very proud of all my brothers and sisters in my local too, because I feel an identification with them. We are one, and we have a saying like, an injury to one is an injury to all, and I really believe in that. It's something that I get involved them. You know, as soon as I get a position, a permanent position with it, and I went to my union meeting and I was sworn in as a member, and at the beginning I wasn't very active in the local. Once in a while I went to the meetings and all that. It happened that I was working on Saturdays as part of my duties, and most of our meetings were on Saturdays, so I couldn't. But later I become more involved. I feel more confident about how to express myself, how to learn all the labor relations, all the activities, all the different fields that you need to know to become a good active member of your local, of your union. And I become very involved in it, and I really like it and enjoy to do that. Oh, all of the issues are important for me, all of them. Now it's a matter of preferences, which the ones that I like. I like health and safety, which is the one field that I'm involved nowadays. I even work with representing my local. They sent me, and I got a voice of the local into the Health and Safety Committee at the Alberta Federation of Labor. I also like the environment. I've been in the environmental issues for the last 5-6 years almost. At the provincial level on CUPE, Canadian Union of Public Employees, working in the Alberta Division Environment Committee, because those are fields that I feel very much identified. But for some time I was a social convener in my union, organizing all social events and things like that. And I enjoyed that work too. And I got an experience of a year and a half almost on grievances, which is the other side, you know, how to defend the rights of the workers and all that. And I enjoy that too. I like to argue things and all that. And I think it was a good job, and it was a good experience for me. But you know, in every local you rotate, you have elections, you change it, which is the part of the democracy that we have. And I don't resent not being in there or there, but I'm doing something that I like, and I think I can do more, and that's something I can give back to my local, because we all workers sometimes tend to receive many things from the local, but because don't see it on the paycheck, or you don't see it in every day, you tend to forget about it. Some people here in the Canadian society believe the union are a nuisance, are the lazy ones who wants everything, you know, for nothing. No way. We are not making big bucks. Come on. The best paid unionized guys, what, make $35 an hour, and the best pay. And sometimes you're not unionized and you make more money than that. So don't blame it on the union. You know, thank to the union of what we have, because a lot of time people who are non-unionized get the benefit because the unions got them. You know, like I don't know, insurance for when you're sick and things like that. The unions got them, and they write it on, they fight for it, and then they put it in writing in the collective agreement, clause this and that, article that, and blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden somebody who's not unionized, he got him. See, I don't need to be unionized. Yeah, if there wouldn't be 2,000 collective agreements signed with that clause on it, see if you're going to get a broken penny out of it. No way, Jose. We make jokes about ethnicity sometimes, which is not proper. But I think sometimes a good laugh, it helps to cool off certain things or whatever. But all have to be done with respect, with sensitivity towards the other person's feelings. We have to work together and build a greater Canada.